China's involvement in Africa is not recent. So a lot of African countries have actually been involved with China since the 60s and 70s, and some predates independence. The example of Ghana or the example of Guinea and Tanzania. So there has been collaboration between the two, the continent and the Republic of China for several decades, and that has also meant the immersion of Chinese cultural practices in many African countries, either through TV or through films. And in the 70s and 80s, Chinese films were very popular in many African countries. Bruce Lee was one of the most popular stars of the 70s and 80s in many African countries. And even though a lot of these Chinese films were in Chinese, but Africans found love with them. They fell in love with them. They watched the Chinese films, and their martial arts became popular in many parts of the country, of the continent. But at the moment, there is a new way of collaborating and cooperating with China that has also involved cultural practices. And that is why the setting up of Confucius Institutes in many African universities becomes important to the ways in which China peddles influence on the continent. So Confucius Institutes offer free Chinese training for university students, and sometimes in some African countries, secondary and elementary school students are offered free Chinese training. The University of Lagos in Nigeria is one example of where there is a Confucius Institute. And the Confucius Institute at the University of Lagos organizes a lot of programs in collaboration with the African Studies unit of the university. And the African Studies unit of the university organizes seminars on the ways in which China is engaging with not only Nigeria, but also the entire continent. And these seminars sometimes might include what are the importance of Chinese projects to Africa and Africans, or what are some cultural practices that cut across both China and African countries, particularly Nigeria. So these are some of the programs that they organize.